Aber jetzt ist es Zeit für die deutsche Zeremonie.
It's time for the
Nun bitte
German
ich
ceremony.
unsere deutschen
now,
Jurykollegen
I'd like to
auf die
ask
Bühne.
the German jury members to come on stage. Mr. Knell is General Manager for Germany at Heidelberg Cement. He is also a member of the German jury of the Core Life Award. And the floor is yours.
Ja, guten Abend, meine
Well, good
Damen und
evening,
Herren.
everybody.
Wir freuen uns
We're very happy that in the context of this international event, we can announce the award winners of the German Quarry Life Award. Together with me on stage are the jury members, and I'd like to welcome Ms. Bohlmann, Dr. Baumann, Mr. Beisweger, and Professor Buchwald. And in accordance with the claim of the Core Life Award, we have tried to have a jury that includes the world of science, world of nature protection, and with Ms. Bohlmann and myself, we also have industry representatives of Heidelberg Cement as members of the jury. And now I'd like to announce the 3 projects that won in Germany. This is the alphabetic sequence. It doesn't say anything about who is the winner. Now, the first project has the title Identification, Care, and Protection of Ecologically Valuable Quarry Biotopes in the Context of an Action-Oriented Lesson. The project was instigated by the Leibniz Gymnasium Östringen, an academic high school, slightly to the south of Heidelberg. It was conducted at the quarry in Leimen. And just before on the picture we saw Dr. Schneider. I'd like to welcome him. And there's also the mayor of the neighboring municipality, Schaffhausen, Mr. Sandritter. The project is to show the teachers that the economic use of nature and the promotion of biodiversity can go hand in hand, and that human beings, through their conscious actions and their personal commitment, can promote biodiversity and reclaim biodiversity and protect such species. Now, the students from the 8th grades of the Leibniz Gymnasium witnessed the production of raw materials in a quarry until the very end. They identified individual quarry biotopes. They developed a care concept for such individual biotopes, and in the end, with hard physical work, they took good physical care of these biotopes. And at the end, the different forms created boards that they presented to the wider public in their schools. Now, the care concept developed by the school and the students is valid for the long term, will become part of the teachings in grade 8 and 11. The second German project that proved successful has the title Hellweg Sheep. And this was started by an association, the Verbund e.V., from a cement town in North Rhine-Westphalia. The town is called Geseke. And the idea of the project was to breed a specialized sheep race that bears the name of that region. 3 different races were crossbred in order to create a race of sheep that on the one hand would fulfill the special requirements of nature conservation with regard to calcareous grasslands that can live outside, that don't need to be shorn, and that at the same time can be kept in an economically sustainable way in this way. Now, the people carrying out this project cooperate with their home municipality of Giesecke, and that the project is important can be seen by the fact that the Lord Mayor, Mr. Holtgreve, is here. He has come from faraway Giesecke to Heidelberg to witness this award ceremony. Also, I'd like to welcome the plant manager of our site in Giesecke, Dr. Gajewski. He is also a great supporter and a great fan of the Hellwig sheep. And the last and third winning project was submitted by 3 ladies from the university. Their work was part of their studies at the Technical University of Munich. Now, this project was not just great fun for the ladies in question, but also for the professor who took care of them. I'd like to welcome Professor Kollmann. Thank you for having come from Bavaria, all the way from Bavaria to Heidelberg. The quarry where this project was implemented as part of the Burg Langenfeld quarry in Bavaria in the southeast of Germany. Now, I've seen the plant manager Lotz and the quarry manager Mr. Demel, and another manager from the quarry. All 3 managers really supported this project in a very committed way. So I'd like to say Grüß Gott to you, as they say in Bavaria. Now, the objective of this project is to promote different types of wild bees and to create a wild bee pasture. And this work is done in a very creative way. Chessboard-like fields are filled with different seeds, so they're sown with different seeds, and the different blossom colors and the different times at which they blossom are very helpful. The different flowers offer food to different bees, different types of wild bees at different times, and in this way they really promote biodiversity. And this way, a wild bee pasture offers or contributes a new element to the natural restoration of a quarry. Ladies and gentlemen, now you have an overview of all German winning projects. And of course, the 3 winners are highly excited now, and to dissolve this excitement and this tension, we will now award the 3rd prize that carries an award of 1,500 euros. The 3rd prize of the Quarry Life Award goes to the Leibniz Gymnasium in Östringen. Now I'd like to ask the team to come forward. So there are so many of you on stage, that's great. And we also have a reason why this project achieved 3rd place. And I quote from the reasoning of the jury: the student project offers a great pedagogical approach. From the very beginning, the students were involved in the project, from the early stages in the planning of the project. And another positive factor is that the project promotes biodiversity and the formation of an environment. The jury was very impressed by the commitment of the teachers and the students, and this project will also lead to future cooperation between Heidelberg Cement and the students in the quarry of Nussloch. And every year in the natural science and technology lessons, this project will be continued year after year. So this is a sustainable project. Thank you very much. Congratulations and much success for your project. Thank you.
Okay, we will continue with the second position in the German Quarry Life Award, which carries 3,000 euros. The second prize, which will be handed over by Professor Buchwald, will go to Helwig-Steinscharf, the special breed of sheep. So please come up on stage. The reasoning of the jury is as follows. The Helwig Sheep project is highly rated from a conservation point of view. It is very convincing because of the profound knowledge in terms of conservation, the biodiversity and the species living in the quarry. And it also has a great effect in terms of public relation and local politics. The project also shows that cooperation between the world of business, small communities, and nature conservation associations can produce very positive results. The jury is not aware of any comparable breeding project, and the results can also be transferred to other quarries. Gentlemen, thank you very much for participating in this competition. We really liked your project in the jury, and we wish you well for your further endeavors. And last but not least, I would ask the ladies that were trained in the Free State of Bavaria to come up on stage for Professor Baumann to hand over the first prize, which carries 5,000 euros. Martina Burkhardt and Marlena Dorcho. I would like to quote from the reasoning of the jury. The Wild Bee project combines the promotion of biodiversity in mining sites and the protection of endangered species and environmental education. We should like to stress that this is dedicated to a species that is easily forgotten. And there is also a great effort involved in dealing with wild bees, which should be honored particularly. Promoting wild bees is an important contribution to biodiversity on mining sites and to nature conservation. We also would like to mention particularly that the participants implemented the first phase of the project independently, and we will have the first results ready in the first half of 2013. The approach was very creative, foresighted, and scientific and sustainable, as the participants dealt with the possibilities of implementing such a project in a quarry, and also with the public relation effects by setting up an internet site, for instance. The results of the project can also be used in other quarries. To conclude, we would like to mention that the presentation of the project was extraordinarily well done and really impressed the jury. So congratulations. So we can really be proud, and we see really people's eyes shine. And I would like to thank my colleagues on the jury who showed great passion and expertise in discussing the various entries we had received. So thank you very much indeed, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. And to conclude, I would ask you for a good hand for our prize winners.
Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank, Herr Knell.
Thank you, Mr. Knell.
Ja, herzlichen Glückwunsch.
And I also would like to congratulate the winners of the German QLA. So please go back to your seats, and congratulations.